that you play in a dysfunctional relationship. And it's and each role is no role is better than the other, and they all kind of define each other. And I guess it's dangerous or potentially bad when you identify too strongly with one role or the other, and basically you keep yourself in this triangle of pain and you pass the pain back and forth. And I thought that a way you can illustrate it is with characters of Game of Thrones, basically. But Cersei actually moves around a lot on the Triangle of Pain. Cersei is often looked at as a perpetrator, and because she's, she's like, what she does. And then, but then she's also often sometimes the victim, right? When she was victimized by those hyper-religious people. And also, you could say she was a victim of her family and female roles at that time. But she really, took a lot of power for herself. But I don't know. The perpetrator thinks she's a victim and then becomes and she can also be a savior, right? When she's like potentially protecting her children, she's kind of everything all at once, and yet she always does seem in pain, right? All right, don't we all? All right, and here we have Tyrion, of course, who sometimes could be seen as a perpetrator or a savior or a victim, depending on where. It's really endless, and really, you could just put any of our faces right there, right?
That's a big bag.
Thanks. It's
Home Depot.
Home Depot, because sometimes you're in pain when you're at home.
Susie, you could cut the bottom off and wear it as a pain dress.
Yeah, we could. It could turn into a plastic pain dress.
There you go. Fantastic.
She can wear anything, right?
Yeah.
Even bags of pain. Oh, thanks, Lizzie. That's perfect. First, you pick a part you wanna play, and then you find the corresponding pain. And when you find someone who knows the game you play, pass the pain, pass the pain. Say you've had more than just a bad day. You were born and then nothing went your way. You need someone to listen to complaints to play. Pass the pain, pass the pain. There he is, a knight in shining armor. He says there, he's a fixer and a charmer. Says he'll take all your troubles away, but you don't get any better, or there's no one to save. So don't you change a thing, or there's no one to play. Pass the pain, pass the pain. Pass the pain, pass the pain. The knight, he has his own pain too. He just concentrates on different from you. His whole identity is in his bleeding heart. He never feels better than when you're falling apart. And then he gives and gives more than what he oughta, until eventually he's turned into a martyr. And now, who's the victim and who is to blame? Pass the pain, pass the pain, pass the pain, pass the pain. And then there's the one who had it rough as a kid. He got beat up no matter what he did. No duh, what he got growing up through the bleakness was never do you show any weakness. And now if you cross him, he'll make sure that you're sorry, because he never learned how to set any boundaries. The perpetrator's pain makes him give it to the victim, who can then complain that the perpetrator kicked him. The savior takes complaints like the martyrs and saints. Pass the pain, pass the pain, pass the pain, pass the pain. The perpetrator's pain makes him give it to another, who becomes the victim readily, because she has to suffer in order for the savior to someone to save. Pass the pain, pass the pain, pass the pain, pass the pain. Who's the sadist needing the masochist to get her feeling like the greatest? A bikini wax is better. There are finer games to play than the passing of the pain, like poker or charades or renting out a bowling lane. Anything you can do to up the elation. You don't need games at all. I prefer conversation. The options we forget that everybody knows. The optimistic gist of what I'm saying goes. You can drop the pain-based relationships. You can, even if you can't freestyle like David Amram. You can drop the pain-based relationships. You can, even if you can't freestyle like David Amram. Oh. Yeah. Thanks, ladies. This is Leslie Graves. This is Julie Delano. Marlon Cherry back here on percussion. Charlie Nealon on bass. What's our next song? It's so another option is perhaps what does this say? Oh, creator. You could another potential answer is the creator. This is also based on Kurt Vonnegut, Breakfast of Champions.